Raja Chola I was one of the greatest kings in the history of South India. The man who laid the foundation of the Chola kingdom into a mighty empire. A patron of arts and religion, he was also an organizational and political genius. When Raja became the king, he conquered the kingdoms of southern India and Sri Lanka in the extreme south and Kaling, that is currently Odisha, in the northeast. He fought many battles with the Chalukyas in the north and the Pandyas in the south. He also subdued the traditional Chera rivalries in the southwest. It took less than a decade for him to become the master of southern India. He divided his country into various districts and standardized the revenue collection by carrying out systematic land surveys. In this way, he smoothly maintained the administrative system. He also allowed autonomy to the local units. One of his greatest deeds is the building of the magnificent Raja Rajeshwar temple at Tanjore. The stone sculpture on the mighty tower, which is 216 feet high, and the base is one of the finest examples of Chola art. The actual name of the dynasty is Sora or Chora, a Tamil word, but not Chola. Chola was a Sanskrit word and it has been in use. Raja Chola I was the third child of the king Paratanka Sundara Chola and Vanavan Mahadevi of the Velir Malayalam dynasty. His elder brother Aditya Chola was assassinated in 969 CE, and then Uttama Chola was declared as the crown prince. Uttama Chola ruled for 15 years, and after his death, Raja Chola I was declared as the king unanimously through a democratic process, which was followed by the Cholans. He ascended the throne in the year 985 CE, and he was assisted by his sister Kundavi in administration and management of temples. After conquering the whole of South India, he adopted a title of Muhammadi Chola. He then concentrated on Sinhalese dynasty, which was ruling Ceylon or present-day Sri Lanka. The contemporary king was Mahinda V. He defeated Mahinda V and then captured Anuradhapur, the capital city of Sinhalese dynasty, and occupied the northern part of the Ceylon, but southern part remained independent. To commemorate his victory in Ceylon, he built a Lord Shiva temple there. His son Rajendra Chola conquered the entire Ceylon. He conquered many other kingdoms, kingdom of Kurg, Pandyas, Gangas, etc. are few to mention. The eastern Chalukyas maintained matrimonial relationship with the Cholans. He even conquered Quilon. His son Rajendra Chola conquered Kalinga and went beyond the Ganges and adopted the title Gangaikonda Chola. He sent naval expeditions to the islands of Maldives. With the naval power, he occupied Ceylon and his son occupied some parts of Southeast Asia. He was a Saivite and he did everything possible to spread Hinduism in Ceylon and other parts which were occupied by him. But he was tolerant towards other religions as well. He built many Vishnu temples and allowed to construct Buddhist places of worship. His own second daughter followed Buddhism and he never seemed to oppose her. His death is still a mystery for historians. Like any other great king, he doesn't have a big mausoleum. The mausoleum that is shown now in no ways proves that it is his. It is not in Tanjore, but in a remote village named Udayalur in Tamil Nadu. His entire life can be traced out with the help of his inscriptions, and that tradition was followed by his son, but nothing is written about his death. There is a Lord Shiva's lingam above the grave. There was an inscription related to the king, but it didn't indicate that Udayalur is the real place where he was buried or where he wanted to get buried. According to people, the king was killed by a woman who was sent by Mahinda V, Senalese ruler of Ceylon. Mahinda V failed to defeat Rajaraja Chola I, so he sent a woman who became good friends with the chola-king. No doubt, Rajaraja Chola was one of the greatest king South India has ever produced. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe us for more such videos. Thank you.